I've got my chickens behind me, so the ladies are making a little bit of noise, so kind of ignore them if you hear them kind of like yelling or scratching things around. They're investigating food in the banana trees, and then Kobe's right here looking at the ground, so she might make some noises too. But anyways, the topic that I want to talk to you guys about is the idea that you need to worry about yourself being happy if you want to make other people happy as well. So this concept is going to be really true for people with personality types like me. And my personality type is that I really concentrate on how happy people that I care about around me are happy. I really worry about their well-being, whether they are having, you know, stress in their life, whether they're constantly happy, or if they're angry, or if things are not going right or whatever. I'm always worried about how I can make someone's life happier and what else I can do that I'm not currently doing that would make them happier, you know? So this type of personality and this type of thinking sometimes leads to you thinking that you're not doing enough, or that you need to do more, or whatever, whenever the person's not happy, or when there's just still stuff that the person has unresolved, or whatever, they're just not at their, you know, peak well-being. And sometimes we search, and I do often, all the time actually, I think, what else can I do that could make their life better? What am I not currently, you know, helping them fill that would make them happier? What can we do to make them happier? What can we do in their life to make them happier? And not oftentimes, not really ever, do I really think about the fact that for you to make other people happy, and especially people that you care about, and especially also people that care back about you, you have to be happy. Because think about this, like in the same way that you are always searching for what makes them happy and what you can do to make them happier, maybe they're thinking somewhat of the same thing. Maybe it wouldn't solve everything for them, maybe it wouldn't make them completely happy, but maybe that's one of the factors that has them kind of thrown off. When they see that you're stressed out, when they see that you're not happy, it kind of, in the same way that makes you uneasy, makes them uneasy. Now again, like I said earlier, people with my type of personality type, which is, you know, always worrying about other people, always trying to be a people pleaser, I guess is the simple way to say the personality type. Maybe you're gonna care a little bit more about whether or not another person is happy or not, but just naturally as it goes, humans are co-regulators. We like to hear about each other's experience, we like to speak it, and we like to listen, right? We like to absorb, and we like to give. And without even really trying, when you have an emotional investment in somebody in your life, you know, whether that's family and stuff, you know, parents, sister, brother, etc., or if it's your significant other, or if it's like your best friends or your close friends, you are just naturally going to be a little less happy and stoked when that person's having hard times in their life, and you're gonna be a little bit more happy and excited and pumped up for them, and a little bit better of a mood when they're having a good time. This is just natural, and it's really how things should be, right? Because we should revel in our friends' successes and kind of join them in their sorrows and stuff, and help them through those things and their hardships. That same concept, when you apply it to your friendships and your relationships to make other people happier, helps you kind of open an opportunity, open a door that will actually allow you to do a better job of what you're actually trying to do. So often we are wrapped up in everyone else's lives, right? Because it's the thing that you observe. You don't observe your own life very often unless you do self-analyzation. You're always observing other people's lives, so you always have something to say about what could make their life better, what could make their life happier, and what they're doing right or wrong. But it takes a lot of maturity, it takes a lot of just self-analyzation and mental energy, really, to look at yourself, analyze what is or is not making you happy, and also tell the truth to yourself. Because a lot of times people with our type of personality, or my type of personality at least, we try to make everything out to be great. We try to downplay our own small things because they're not big enough to really be a problem that we should talk about, right? Or at least that's how I rationalize it, is like, it's not a huge botherance, it's a little bit irritating in my life right now, you know, it kind of bothers me, but I don't want to say it to you because I don't want you to concern yourself with it. You know what I mean? I don't want to bring it up as a real thing, so I always try to play it off as it's good. And with the bigger things, it's easier to say like, oh man, you know, I have this bunch of money that I owe for taxes or something, so it's easier to talk about that. But when it comes to smaller things, we try to downplay them. And that can cause you to downplay things that you shouldn't downplay, that are actually irritating you or causing you just a little distress in your life, or not causing you to have the best quality of your own life. Here's an analogy that I think was gonna help kind of drive my point forward, is when you're not at 100% as a worker, for example, if you're not 10 out of 10 physically feeling good, all your things are moving, all your limbs are moving, everything you're doing, when you go to work, maybe you are only 7 out of 10 good, right? You have some things that are wrong with you and stuff. your work output is not going to be as good. You're not going to get the amount of quality, you're not going to get the total quantity of work. Both of them are not going to be as good, right? So even if you work 7 days of the week, you're not going to produce as much as somebody who is maybe working 5 days a week, but it's 10 out of 10. So all of their work is efficient and they're getting the most done. I think this also is true when you're trying to help other people, when you're trying to be a friend to other people, when you're trying to, you know, relieve other people their problems, help them through their problems, make their life better and stuff. I feel that if you have things with your own life that you are ignoring and you're failing to recognize as true issues that you want to work on, you are not at your best to be able to offer counsel and offer help to other people. Not that you shouldn't still offer counsel and help and try to be there for other people. Of course you should, but I'm just saying that you could probably, one, do a better job with it, but also you're probably sabotaging yourself in a way by not addressing whatever it is in your life that needs to be addressed so that you can be happier. Because, like I said earlier, the people that you're trying to help will naturally be happier to interact with you and be around you, and will just be generally happier with themselves, knowing that you, the person they care about, is happy as well. Imagine being someone who's depressed and your best friend is having all these bad things happen to them and they aren't talking to you about it or they're not addressing it. It's not gonna help you, right? But if that person is succeeding at working on their issues while also trying to help you with yours, it's gonna be encouraging. And it's gonna be great to hear the successes each time you hear that person. Instead of hearing the negative things that they have to complain about, and instead of that, you're gonna be hearing that they've been advancing and getting better and feeling better, and it's going to encourage you to also do the same. I guess this whole concept and this whole idea in a nutshell is that it can be so easy for us to focus on other people to the point that we sometimes self-sabotage ourselves because we're not focusing on things that we need to focus on ourselves. And that not only can cause us to not be able to be our best at helping others, but also can cause them not to be as happy because you're not as happy, the person that they care about, which can cause them to not be able to reach some of those happier points in their own, you know, lives and personalities and things that they're working on. Not that you being happy or improving your life is going to fix everything in all of your friends' lives or anything like that, but it definitely is one of the things that I think having in place will cause all of your actions to work 5 times better. You know, I think everything is going to be a lot more effective when you have yourself in the right positioning to be able to reach out to other people and help them. I remember I asked Dwight, I don't know if you guys remember The Office, remember Dwight? His name is Rainn Wilson in real life, and I talked to him one time after he did this speech that I attended, and I said, I love helping people, but when is it the wrong time to be helping people? And the thing he gave me back, and I've quoted it like a million times, is he said, it's the wrong time to help people when you haven't helped yourself first. And what he meant by that is that you can't help people, you can't reach down and pull people up if you yourself don't have a good platform to pull up from, right? If you haven't built something that is a strong place to help people from, you are going to be self-sabotaging yourself and the other person. But that is the video today. This is a concept that I am working on right now and I need to work on more often. And I've recently done a little bit of working on it and I've seen things happen in a way that I'm really positively, I got some good positive feedback from it, and it makes me encouraged to do more of it. So I wanted to come on here and kind of just blabber out this concept and what I'm thinking, where I am with this right now, just so that maybe it can trigger some thoughts for you, and maybe it can make you think like, you know, I'm working so hard to make my grandma, my parents happy. I bet if I do something that makes me happy and then tell them about it, it'll make them happy. Or just trigger something in your head, because that's why I like to do these videos. And I did one of these recently and asked you guys if you'd like more of these concept videos, and you guys were so cool and supportive about it. So I want to do these more often, and I appreciate that you guys are down to sit here and listen to some of these concepts come through my head. If you ever want to listen to more of these concepts before I put out videos about this, I do have a podcast where I talk a little bit more often about this kind of stuff. So check that out if you want to. It's brianspodcast.com. But I hope that this resonated with some of you. I hope that it made sense to some of you and it really kind of applied to some of you in your lives. I would love to hear it if it did. Seriously, that would really make me happy and encourage me to do more of these. If you did enjoy this video, also leave a thumbs up. That helps it get out to more people from my subscribers list. And subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Team Beyond the Week, CT.
Lift heavy or die Myron, motherfucker. Team Beyond the Week. CT, lift heavy.